Haha, just kidding. Let's get this party started. Smoke 'em if you got 'em. I'm telling you, smoke 'em if you got 'em. How is everybody doing? There's going to be so many people not here because we started on time. D-Man, welcome aboard, sir.
What's up? Glad to be back.
Glad to have you back, good sir. Good to see you. I feel like this is like chicken fried rice at an Asian restaurant. It just seems like it keeps getting bigger and bigger. Yum. Hitting that Cohiba red dot. I don't even know if Georgia's got a game tomorrow. I don't think so. I think there's no game. That's okay. We don't need a game. There's no game. I'm not sure if there's a game. I doubt there's a game.
You know better than me.
Got no idea. Got no idea. Let's see who all we got in the house. And of course, that doesn't go all the way up. We got Donald Graham, Donald Hughes. We got the D's. We got just Triple D in here. Triple D in it. Road King Piper, Smoke Kentucky Piper. Todd, good to see you. Glad everybody's aboard. Hillbilly Piper. Oh, it's the gang. It's the gang. Georgia has so much game. We are overflowing with gang.
It's terrible.
Right? We've been having a bunch of Zoom calls. And
with what? Who's zooming you?
We've been zooming with pretty much everybody. And Phil Rivera always seems to have the worst connection. John Galdieri. John, are you in all cash still? I feel like I should be in all cash. By the way, Georgia loves all the Galdieris. John and his folk especially. All cash. That's the way to be.
All right, Cincinnati, it is time for this town to get down.
There's Debbie Carroll Piper in Cincinnati.
I'm a loner, a rebel.
I feel like you got to be in all cash, right, John? These days, I mean, 401ks ain't doing it. I tell you that. So we've got the usual suspects for sure. We're gonna have some fun tonight. Constantly having little snafus and things breaking and changing.
I might be off my game since I had a week off.
I don't know. Are you always on your game? Who was that? Thanks a lot, Donald Graham. That's to make up for last week. By the way,
good evening, fellow pipe smokers.
Let's
doing well.
show everybody what we're drinking tonight, what we're partaking in. We got the fantastical,
really sick of guys named Todd.
Fancy Keystone Light. Not a sponsor. Not a sponsor. No. Not a sponsor. Only Keystone pops like that, baby.
There should be a sponsor after tonight, because that is not a terrible beer.
Woo, that's shit.
Not terrible.
That's awful. I apologize.
Look, if you're gonna drink a light beer, you might as well just accept it's not gonna be great.
I'm glad I have this dang cigar. That's for sure.
I took the wrapper off, but I've got or took the ring off, but I've got a Wrath.
Yep, a Wrath by
very nice
Oliva, and good stuff. How's everybody doing? What is everybody smoking and drinking tonight? D-Man, how was your trip away?
Oh, man, the trip was great. Went to the panhandle of Florida before the hurricane rolls in, so good weather. It was awesome. Really good.
Did y'all do anything special? Any like touristy things or any?
Nothing real touristy, but we did get a bonfire for the night. Guy came out, set up a bonfire with chairs and a little jukebox, and got to hang out.
A guy is in like a random hobo or like a
No, it was
like a panhandler?
It was, yes.
somebody asking for money?
No, it was my wife found it. It was a guy who just you paid him. He had a business.
Oh,
He'd get the permit, set up the bonfire, set up chairs, set up a table, bring a cooler if you wanted it, and just had nighttime bonfire on the beach.
I mean, I've heard of worse businesses. I'll tell you a business
it was a great idea.
I'll tell you a killer
It's
business is the one where they put up your tent for you.
Yeah,
That is probably the
Smart.
best business that they have is the one where they literally put up the tent and you don't have to. I mean, like you don't have to worry about anything. You put it up and you're just you're good to go. It's
I saw one where they would like come to your house and pick up all your stuff and take it to the beach and set it there. Something. Yeah, I mean,
well, I mean, it's like camping.
Yeah.
They'll like come put and like they hate my tent.
I know. Yeah, they don't charge you
I don't
extra.
like my tent.
Cheers, bud. What are we drinking, by the way?
We are drinking the Ezra Brooks
Okay.
99.
Tastes like some Brooks.
We had some last time, so we're gonna finish this bottle.
Ooh, it's a spicy meatball.
Oh, it's a spicy meatball. You said it. Evil Z, welcome aboard, sir. Boris, good to see you. Robert, good to see you. Troy, welcome aboard.
Oh,
fellas.
no, it isn't. Oh, it can't be. Say the name. Boris.
Glad to have you aboard. Smoke
My
Kentucky
good
Pipe,
friend
good to see
Phil
you.
Rivera, pipe maker
49 degrees.
extraordinaire.
How nice is that? Phil, there he is. Good to see you. He come in there just attacking. He wanted that donkey so bad he could taste it.
Thanks, Phil, by the way, for doing the pipe giveaway when I was gone. So
Awesome,
that's,
awesome giveaway.
Yeah, Martin said.
That's what he thinks. Well, that was Matt. That's Matthew.
We agree.
We thoroughly agree.
Killing me, Smalls.
By the way, the Mavericks of the week. Well, the Maverick of the week, I'll announce. Coming in at number 4, Patrick Grant with 1,280 points. Boris coming in with 1,400 points. Donald Graham coming in with 2,530 points. And Smoking Kentucky Piper with 2,720 points.
Nice.
I mean,
Very
killing
nice.
it. Killing it.
Very nice.
I mean, I was like, holy mackerel! Smoking Kentucky Piper's just crushing over there. By the way, we will have that here coming about halfway through. Yeah, that's what I said too, Smoking Kentucky Piper. And if it's wrong, well then,
Well, too bad.
it won't be wrong again. Oh, really? Already?
Already, no time.
Was that the first? Was
No
that the
time.
first button,
That's the
or
first one.
was that the main button? Hit it again. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay.
Just tell
Golly,
one. I was trying out the. I was trying
you're
out
just
the button.
trying out the button. Okay. What do I have? God, I wasn't ready. I just wasn't ready. Let's see. Wow. Okay. All right. I've got this. I can do this. Nope, not gonna read that one. Nope, skipping that one. Not sure. I got it. All right. Jeez. No, I've read all those. Holy crap! I screwed it. Are you hitting the stop button too?
No.
I wonder why it did that. Did it mute?
Yeah, it cuts off the music.
Why does it cut off the music? Let's see. There's got to be a joke I haven't read. Is it just randomly hitting buttons now? Hit the stop button. We're gonna have to shut the board down. All right. I'm gonna have to shut the
Do you
board
know
down.
who I am? I'm kind of a big
Start
deal.
over again.
People know me. My apartment smells
Oh, that
of
that
rich
freaked me
mahogany.
out.
You got many leather-bound books.
All right, should be back up.
Restarting.
Yep. Let's see what it
back?
does now. Okay, see if you can play something. We will see if something else happens.
See what happens now.
I want to write a sexually charged novel with an FBI twist.
Okay.
50 raids a day. I feel like that achieved.
You just do one. We'll just
Just one for now. Just for a test. Just for a test. I probably won't be able to find my place again.
Yeah, just test run. That's fine.
Let's see. Did anybody announce what they were smoking and drinking?
Just look at that.
Because we need to know.
Ring. Are you looking?
I'm looking.
Are you looking?
I'm looking. Dirty slide guitar reminds me of Southern. I love it. Road King. That's one of my favorites. Donald Graham just finished a workout, and now he's sitting in the sauna. In the sauna for about 15
good
minutes.
For your phone.
It's got to be great for it. Just make sure you got an OtterBox. Let's see. Yeah, let's figure out what's everybody smoking and drinking tonight. After Road King hit shop, so that way everybody can figure out what they want to hit us all with.
Be the ball.
Every time we have something, I dance and fall. Just lay there for a few. Okay.
All right.
I don't even know what that means. Is that you? God dang it. I'm gonna erase
help myself.
I'm gonna erase him off the soundboard. Brian Woodward, welcome aboard. So Monte Cristo Espada signature, no drink. Brian Woodward's got some Bayou Morning in a Dagner Cobb poker.
Okay.
Very good. Boris has got smoking some Solani ABF in Savinelli 122, drinking some water.
Nice.
Oh, Road King's breaking out the Sun Bear, the Black Locust, and a 606 Savinelli with A&W root beer. He likes all root beer too.
I love root beer.
He is an equal root beer. I am a Barks only.
Barks is where I'm at.
I'm a Barks only.
I've always been a Barks guy. And that's just what I had growing up.
Call me biased. I am. Robert's got some McClellan 40th and a Costello 16.
How's that Sun Bear? We talk about it?
Haven't gotten any.
You haven't got any?
No, I've been thinking about it, but
I thought they came out with a yearly.
they do. It's a small batch kind of thing. There's people that like that small batch kind of thing. I feel like it's buying into hype. Not like I don't buy esotericas. Don Grant says I plan on smoking a little bit of Old Joe Krantz in my Friday 7L when I get home. Are you doing talk to text when I get home? And of course, I'm going to be drinking some Irish Car Bomb. So that I'm sure your phone does not miss.
I'm glad you went to the gym before you did.
I mean, you should always prep.
That's right.
You should always prep yourself beforehand. Road King's like A&W, Barks, IBC. It's all good.
Ooh, IBC in the glass bottle though might take it.
You think so?
Yeah.
That's that Cracker Barrel kind of style. That was one of the greatest things about Cracker Barrel as a kid, was getting the root beer float.
That was awesome. I also remember at Red Lobster they had IBC in the glass bottle for a long time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I can take it.
Take a couple into the night.
Oh, all day long. Let's see. Chip's got some Jermaine Brown flake and a Vaughan Churchwarden with some kombucha tea. Kombucha. Isn't that the moldy tea? Kombucha?
Kombucha? Yeah. I think it's got more alcohol in it.
I don't know. I think it's probably kind of fermented, I would think.
Yeah, fermented tea. I don't know.
King Power said, Donald, stay away from old Joe's cramps.
So the music is drowning me out. Maybe I'm not talking loud enough.
Is that one of the ones that, well, that's true too. So, I mean, is it just drowning him out, or you know what? I can fix that.
Can anybody hear me?
I got him. I bet you can hear him now. I bet now it'll crank up on him for sure.
Up? Looks like I'm popping up in the yellow now.
Yeah, you should be cranking up pretty good now. I could always pop you up some more.
I'm a little bit of a soft talker too. I like to sit back.
He's a soother.
I need a desk so I can like.
So you can have bad posture like
yeah,
me.
exactly.
Look, sir, when you run your own show, I will sit second chair, and you can have bad posture all day
no
long.
one wants to. No one wants to see that. Mess.
You
No one
can
wants to see that mess.
absolutely have
Yep.
bad posture.
You do anything fun this week? Well, I was having a week in the sun.
I worked and did shows and was sick. I felt like crap. I think it was just a sinus infection. I had to take the boy because he had a sinus infection. I was like, all of a sudden, a sinus infection. We get some cooler weather, and then that's when my sinuses want to go berserk.
No, right now is the highest level of ragweed for the whole year.
That explains it.
Yep. Because I came home and as soon as I got back into Georgia, I felt my sinuses clogging up because I had been taking my medicine all week.
You had an adverse reaction as soon
Adverse
as
reaction
soon
to
as you
not being
breathe.
on vacation. So I was listening to the radio, the weather guy, and he said that ragweed was in full bloom. So I was like, there you go, ragweed.
I didn't even think of it being that late. Your Road King's Piper's daughter and a SI this week too.
Okay.
What is an SI? Stand-in?
I think it's something with school break, school now. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
Spell it out.
Yeah, ragweed sucks. Everybody seems to like the banjo music. We'll make sinus infection.
Sinus infection.
Sinus infection. Yes. Not a stand-in.
Mhm.
Not a stand-in at all. Could have been. Should have been. But not a stand-in at all. I'd like to say happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I think we'll start with Anthony.
Now, the minute it looks like there's gonna be trouble, we got to nip it!
That's going to be a short one, sorry. Whose birthday is it?
We're going to go with Anthony. Anthony Mackie, 44 years young today. Born in New Orleans, Louisiana. Actor who became known for his role in the Academy Award-winning The Hurt Locker and $1 Million Baby. He also played the character Sam Wilson Falcon in the Marvel Universe, appearing in such films as Captain America, The Winter Soldier, and Avengers Age of Ultron, which I have not seen any of those.
You are missing out.
I'm missing nothing that I don't know about. He
Well,
graduated from the prestigious Juilliard School
Wow.
in 2001. He portrayed Martin Luther King Jr. in the 2016 HBO film All the Way, and Tupac Shakur in the 2009 biopic film Notorious.
Biopic.
Biopic. Okay. He married.
Just trying to help you out.
You know what word the boy has been screwing up like crazy? I'm sorry, I'm going to have to digress. Or I'm going to digress.
Do tell.
We were going over numbers, of course, we're going over math numbers. And he, all of a sudden, they're doing composite numbers.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, Dad. He's like, what's a composite number? And I was like,
You know what?
oh, boy.
That's good.
I was like, a composite? He's like, yeah. I was like, does that sound right to you? He's like, no. That's why I'm asking. So, okay, this composite. He's like, oh, composite number. And so we worked on saying composite about 100 times just to make sure that he had it. Let's see. On this day in 2004, Slipknot's Corey Taylor issued a statement denying he was dead. Rumors started after a shock jock in Des Moines broadcast the announcement that the singer had died of a drug overdose, which then became a fatal car crash.
How much can that mess with your mind if you're famous and all of a sudden you see it pop up on the news that you're dead?
I would be mortified.
Mortified. That's a good way. Oh, well, here. I'll say the word of the day since you said Anthony Mackie.
Yep, go ahead.
Marvel superheroes. Excuse me. One word.
One word.
No.
2 syllables. 3 vowels.
But no hyphenated, no multi-word.
No multi-word.
Just-
Clarence
just-
Wood, good to see you,
Just
sir.
one word. Marvel superheroes.
Marvel superheroes,
Good
got
luck.
it. Let's see. Also on this day in 1925, President Hoover believes self-supporting commercial airlines in the United States should be created and an authority to oversee the industry created with help and federal funding. He also has bought in the Postmaster General as Airpost would be an important part of helping the fledgling industry take off. That's cute. Fledgling industry take off. No puns there. God, I'm going to throw up. Groot.
Groot.
I love Groot.
Deadpool was almost going to be the right answer, but
Oh, but
I knew somebody would guess it
that's
right
a
away,
bias.
'cause-
He's not allowed to do anything Deadpool. He would do Deadpool all day long. Several of our other friends would as well. Cyclops, that's a good one. Hawkeye. Oh yeah, Cable. I like them all. Let's see. Somebody type in donkeys. Oh, no, it's definitely not working. All right, type them all again. Whatever you just typed.
Mulligan.
Whatever you just
No,
typed.
don't type it over. Don't type it over. Nobody got it yet.
Okay.
Nobody got
Keep
it yet.
typing.
Somebody got one that was a
Hero or villain?
hero.
Okay.
Hero. Good guy. And not an ambiguous good guy like Deadpool. Just a good guy.
I don't know why I looked at that when we were prepping, and I saw right there that
Nobody gets
it wasn't up.
Nobody gets at the halfway point. I'll narrow it down a little bit.
I mean,
Captain Underpants is not.
Captain.
But Sue Jones, I'll give you Captain Underpants.
Oh yes, you picked one of my favorites.
My favorite when I was a kid. Maybe no longer my favorite because he's kind of out of the loop.
You just can't create him. I don't think you can really.
Oh no, they had somebody.
justice.
They had somebody planned to play him, which had been perfect.
Well,
But
he was
it
in
never-
one of the movies.
Yeah, but he was going to be a standalone movie, and they had it like ready to go and everything, and then it fell through. And the person that was going to play it would have been great.
That would have been one of them. I would have actually went and seen immediately.
Just one word, Susan.
And I don't watch any of them. What could have been Wonder Woman? You sexist. A sexist would say. While they're working on that, let's talk about some of the things. Let's talk about what happens on today.
I like this one.
I do too. This is a jam.
2 hours later.
Wow. That was
That was good.
That was superfluous.
Sometimes you give it, sometimes you take it away.
Y'all are getting close.
I want to say you're in the right. Yeah, you're in
Y'all
the
getting
right.
close.
You're at the ball field.
So let's talk about the holidays of today.
Oh, what do we got? I'm excited.
Today is Celebrate Bisexuality Day.
It's very fitting for our show.
I don't know what that means. Dogs in Politics Day.
Okay.
So we got Dogs
Fair
in
enough.
Politics Day. Official first day of autumn. Do you know what yesterday was?
The last day of summer.
Correct. Which is the
You get
equinox.
Summer.
Nothing.
Oh, equinox.
You lose.
Oh, there we go.
I know that was my bad. It's also Energize Day.
Okay. I don't know what does that
I
mean.
have no idea. International Day of Sign Languages. Phil
Okay.
can elaborate on that. Happy International
Nice.
Sign Language Day to you, Phil. It's Official Love Note Day. Aww.
Oh,
Aw.
you'll get mine after the show.
Oh,
buddy.
we're gonna have some love in the Friday Night
there'll be
Playhouse.
some love. Always.
Don't you worry. Let's see.
Ooh, Blade. Blade was almost one too.
Oh, Blade's a good
Okay,
one.
good. Sorry.
One of my favorite, because that's from the Rise of the Midnight Stalker series
Okay.
with Ghost Rider
Yeah.
and all of them. They all kind of come in. It was Ghost Rider, Morbius, which I heard they screwed that
I
up,
heard that was an awful movie.
which is a great character by the way.
My
if you ever
brother-in-law,
read it.
who loves every movie that is ever made, hated Morbius. When I watch it, I'll do it for the D scale,
It's a great story.
just so I get something that's not a 5.
And then of course Hannibal King, Blade,
Yeah.
and all them,
Yeah.
and it was all in the Rise of the Midnight Stalkers. My uncle got me that when I was really little. National Brave Day. Here we go. Get your board games out. It's National Checkers Day.
You get nothing.
Still nothing.
You lose.
National Great American Pot Pie Day.
Nice.
Who didn't get a pot pie?
Nice.
I kind of feel like I need to prep for this earlier on, and we can
we
have
could
all
have
kinds
pot pie
of.
for
We could
dinner.
have so many
Oh
themes.
my gosh.
Well, at least we got a new thing. We're trying something new.
Yeah.
New
I
thing.
like this. I like this.
National Snack Stick Day.
Oh, never mind. I'm not going to say it.
Next, hit the improbability drive.
You're not going to amount to jack
That's close enough. Native American Day.
Native American
Happy
Day.
Native
That's
American
good.
Day to all our Native Americans. Restless Leg Syndrome Awareness Day.
Okay.
That's a tongue twister right there for being
That is
about a
a tongue
leg.
twister.
And Teal Talk Day.
That's more of a tongue twister.
That's
What's teal talk?
I don't know. TEAL.
So who? I did do some research to find out who comes up with these. Can we just make our own day?
I feel like Brian Woodward was the closest so far.
Brian Woodward. What
Brian Woodward is on the right track.
Okay, here we go. All right, I'll give you hints.
Robert is on the right
This
track.
superhero is an X-Man.
There we go. Says the man.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like, yeah, absolutely. I feel like I like the idea of having some extra
I do
little
too.
tidbits for people that might not know.
Well, today is a day for E&A's dad.
Robert,
Right.
happy
Well, not
restless
happy.
leg syndrome
Mike
awareness
from
day.
Briar Blues here. Welcome to the dark side.
Frodo is
I-
not an Axeman.
Who?
Frodo.
Frodo. I will say my Keystone Light went down very well.
It went down smooth.
Mhm.
Keith Stone.
Keith
baby.
Stone. Martin and I know a guy who could have body doubled for Keith Stone.
Easily body double. Ooh, Nightcrawler getting closer.
Nightcrawler's a great X-Men.
Y'all getting closer.
X-Men has the greatest. Sorry, while we're on the subject, X-Men has the greatest comic book arc that I've ever read, and it is the Executioner's Song. Did you ever read that one? So the main bad guy was Strife. Basically,
Okay.
shows up from the future. He's like full metal armor with this big metal helmet. Looks like a knight from like medieval times, and he just starts wreaking havoc, of course. But it turns out that he is Cable from the future.
Makes sense. That's kind of what I
So
was
he's like, so
leaning
it's got
towards.
Cable. It's got like, Scott Summers, Cyclops, because he's related to Cable. It's got all this like, and Phoenix. So, and basically it's like, I don't know, 6 or 7 episodes or books, but Executioner's Song is one of the best like crossover arcs. Oh, somebody got it.
Oh, we finally
Yay.
got it. Good
It didn't
job,
take too
Don
long.
Graham. Yeah, baby. You're the man. You're
Nailed it.
so good.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Who got it?
Oh,
Donald
looks
Graham.
Looks like Donald Graham in there
Donald Graham
first.
and Road King Piper at the same time.
I don't know why I was doing the chicken dance at the end of that, but that's okay. That's okay.
You want another one while I get up?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm still finishing my other one. Let's see. It would help if I could spell Donald. I don't know why of all things. I mean, people are just giving it to me tonight. I tell you, I can't get away from just getting hammered about everything. Let's see. All right, we got that in there. Boom, Don Graham, you were up with some extra tokens. But yes, I never read that one.
I want to find it. I want to wait. I wish there was a way to hunt down and just find like the comics you want. You probably can. I'm sure they make them digitally
I'm sure
now,
you
right?
can.
Because I have them somewhere buried in my basement, like the actual books. But I don't wanna
Smoky
take them
Tucker is
out.
the guy who threw energized playing cards. Oh, really? That fast? Buffalo Trace is Roca Bulldog Haunted Bookshop. Oh, there you go. Get it, Troy. I like that. So Buffalo Trace, La Roca Bulldog with some Haunted Bookshop in it. I like that.
Yeah, Gambit was the X-Man who could charge up items and throw them into like make bombs out of them.
Correct.
And he did playing cards. Wore a sweet trench coat. He had a cool like face mask headgear thing.
That's correct.
He was just a cool.
And
he was one of the.
and he was Cajun.
And he was one of the best ones on the video game.
And he was Cajun.
And he was Cajun. That's right. His name was
And-
Remy something.
And it was
Somebody had it on
it
there.
was cool because it was like one of the most more complex characters.
And I think he was the one that had a thing with Rogue, right?
He did, and she almost killed him several times. I think actually might have killed him at some point. Which then the story of Rogue is cool because it had Miss Marvel? Who was it? Who was it? Rogue absorbed that got all of her powers.
I thought she absorbed Jean Grey one time.
It's
Yeah.
the one that could fly. She was blonde.
Yeah, it's Miss Marvel.
I think it's Miss Marvel that she
I don't
absorbed.
know. I've got to. They're remaking the cartoon.
Oh, really?
From the
I liked
90s.
the cartoon. I thought it was pretty good.
They're gonna wherever it stopped. They're going to just start from there and keep going. So I'm pretty excited about that.
I'm fine by that. I've got no problems with it.
They're also remaking, or not remaking, but a series reboot or whatever, a sequel to Beverly Hills Cop, which I am super excited about.
Only if they keep Eddie Murphy.
No, it's got everybody: Eddie Murphy,
Okay.
Judge Reinhold,
I'm good.
the other guy.
I'm good. I'm good.
I'm excited.
I'm good. Look, here. Look, everybody understand that my bias against reboots absolutely will get out of control. And it's not just because they decide to recast people.
Well, that's what I'm saying. This one's not a reboot. This is a continuation. I guess continuation is the correct word.
If they recast, that's why I wouldn't watch the next Matrix movie, because Morbius wasn't there. Like I can't stand the fact. Here, put it right here. I can't stand the fact that they didn't have Morbius because, Lawrence Fishburne, because
you know what? The Matrix changed. I mean, I can't say it changed my life, but it made me think about movies in a different way when I was, 16 years old.
Yep.
And when they didn't cast Lawrence Fishburne, I hadn't even watched the new one.
I can't do it.
I can't watch the new one because it doesn't have Lawrence Fishburne. It might be a great movie, but
you cannot recast him.
Cheers, bud. I love you.
Cheers. Love you.
Lawrence Fishburne. I think this is the second time in a row we've talked about Lawrence Fishburne on this show.
I love him. You weren't here the last one.
That's why I say it's the second time in a row for me.
Well, for you, let's see. No post Kirby. Who's Kirby?
Don't you laugh
Kirby,
at it!
Jack Kirby, the guy that
Jack Kirby
created the comic book characters.
Let's see. Remy LeBeau. Interesting.
That was his name.
Gotcha. Jed Gambit, the Beverly Hillbilly. Nice. I'm good with that one. Yep. Don Hughes confirms Miss Marvel. All right. Look, I'm getting there. Let's see if it messes up this time or not.
Can't have the Matrix without Cowboy Curtis. I agree.
Without. Sorry. I heard the bell. I got it.
I have not seen the new Fletch yet.
Fletch lives.
I guess they're making a new one. I need to look into that.
No freaking surprise there. Is this the right? Let's see. Is this the right one? I don't know if this is the right one. I got it. Let's start from the back. Did that start it over again? Oh, you did it. Okay.
I stopped the AOL dial-up sound.
Got it. What is an example of a Facebook paradox?
I don't know. Tell me.
Discovering one of their users is trying to build a bomb and having to decide between reporting him to the FBI or serving him ads for digital timers.
And why not both, right?
Why not both? Let's see. We've read that one before. Why did the FBI go and question Sarah Palin recently while they're investigating Trump's?
I don't know. Why?
Because she can see Russia from her house. Makes sense. I can see that.
I'm not a Sarah Palin fan, but I do feel sorry that she got crap for that. Because come on. We get what she was saying. It's right there.
Poor lady. She's a senior citizen now. Why did, let's see. How low is my self-esteem?
How low is it?
Well, I'm pretty sure the FBI guy who's responsible for watching me put duct tape on his screen.
Wow. That wasn't going where I expected it to.
I didn't actually get it until after I thought about it for a second. Let's see.
Punisher is one of the Donald Hughes is talking about superheroes too.
Oh, I like Punisher.
Yeah, Punisher is one of the best ones.
Let's see. Hillary Clinton, she had a little reboot thing. She's a strong woman.
She is.
Who doesn't need Bill.
No.
Nope. Besides, the FBI has been Nope, we've read that one. I don't know if we read that one, but I don't know if we read that one, but I just had to erase it. I just had to. I don't think we actually have read it because I think we would remember it, but
is one of the most insanely
my brain went back subconsciously to times when I've cut things off.
You said I love it.
That was just instantaneous.
You got about halfway through and just totally nixed it.
God. All right. Whew. Rotating Piper's like, finish it. Nope.
Finish them.
Nope. You can get it. You can figure that one out.
Email it to you.
There was enough. A man by the name of Juan Gonzalez was killed, and there was almost no evidence left behind. The local police called in the FBI because they couldn't find a single lead. The FBI investigator comes to the crime scene and has the case solved almost immediately. He was killed with a golf gun, he said.
Okay.
Everyone looked around confused because no one had ever heard of a golf gun. He said, "Isn't it obvious? There's a hole in one." Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Robert, you are correct, sir. It has to do with that.
It does.
I'm sick of these undercover cops always trying to bait me with online female personas. Nice try, FBI. FBI. F/BI.
Oh. Stupid.
I didn't quite say it right.
I know. I love
But I was like,
It's all right. We get it now.
I didn't know exactly how to pronounce that one. But, you know. I mean, it's just how it goes.
ASL.
It's just how it goes. ASL, you've got mail. No, you've got jail. You've got jail. Which I can deal with much better. Road King, that was okay.
I don't think gambling gets turned on. I just want everybody trying it.
It will come on here in just a moment.
Try it.
Let's see. I just got a license plate that says Trump installed on my car.
Wow. Okay.
For some reason, the FBI keeps pulling me over. God, probably giving me pat downs too.
Yeah. Full body cavity searches.
What's in your car? What's in your trunk?
How many documents do you have?
Excuse me. Shut up. You stand right there.
Okay,
Excuse me.
okay.
Excuse me. It's gonna
Got
be huge.
got
Okay.
big
It's gonna be
documents.
It's gonna be huge. I got huge documents. Okay. They're filling it up. I didn't even have to take them out with my pants.
Everyone says the best documents.
This is
Patrick, hello. Hello, Patrick.
I
It's
think
good to see you,
I think you have
sir.
to make your mouth that shape in order to do a Donald Trump.
I have to do it. There's other
I can't-
people that
can't
do it. For me, it's always like a face flex
Yeah.
to be able to
You gotta
do.
have the right mouth and like the.
It's just something about the way they say things. It's just really like, I feel like that for me is how I do it. Otherwise, it just doesn't come through the way I want it to, which is okay.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not. You know,
You're doing a fine job.
I'm not
buddy.
against it. By the way, Mike, if you're still in there, we did get the package. Brian Woodward, welcome aboard, sir. Good to see you. Troy's like, crap. He's over there trying to hit us with the donkeys,
No mas donkeys.
which is how it goes. Oh, let me turn on the gambling for everybody.
Oh, turn on the gambling.
Got to turn on the gambling for everybody. It's it's a fan favorite. I don't blame them. They have addiction problems.
I will say, whoever came up with the plugins for the gambling and all that kind of stuff, genius.
Well, and gambling is
Genius.
up, by the way. I'm very much thinking about switching broadcast software.
Oh no.
And I'll show you after
Martin
the
can't
show.
be happy with anything for too long.
I mean, that's not exactly true. I'm a happily married man.
Soon I'm gonna get. Yeah, he is. That's true. Soon I'm gonna get a letter in the mail that says, "Sorry, Derek, you've been replaced by a better, younger, better looking."
I trade you in for a newer model.
Side
Is that what it is, D? I'm pretty loyal to the other
What are you
person's.
looking at? What's is it
problem.
better, more robust software?
OBS got massive updates.
Okay.
And it does way better things. The problem is that the gambling cloud bot would not sync up to it
Why not?
because it's Streamlabs proprietary and it only syncs up to Streamlabs product.
But they would have their own version of it, right? They don't.
Different company.
But they don't have a gambling. They don't have.
I don't know.
They don't have
I haven't done enough research on it.
macros and stuff like that.
That's why I said I'm thinking about it
Okay.
because
I'm just curious. I don't know. You know way more about it.
I
than do.
don't know.
You know way more about it. Can I play Zork on this thing or what?
Zork?
Yeah.
Wasn't that a book?
No,
Wasn't that
it's
a
like
novel?
it's like an old mud game. Like a text-based computer game.
Oh, I could have swore there were books on it. Yes, I recall that one.
There probably was books as well, but
You two married?
Yeah,
Maybe.
barely.
Well, I wish.
And we procreated at least once.
Fortunately, we think exactly alike. And so instead of finishing each other's sentence, you didn't get the comedic no while the other one said yeah. Sorry about that.
This Keystone's hitting pretty good, though. I will say.
I'm tired of that. I can tell you're enjoying it.
I am enjoying. You know what? I didn't realize it was made by Coors.
Who raise your hand in the chat if you think Derek should grow out a mullet?
Derek had a mullet
Sort of.
in the 80s.
Yeah.
Early 90s. And no, I'm not. Well, I mean, I am a roofer by trade, so a mullet would not be
Bit
out
of a throwback.
A mullet would not be out of out of character, but
And I would give anything to see you on top of a roof drinking a Keystone or a Keystone Light. I would die.
listen, I'm in sales. I'm not in installation.
I mean,
the installation are the guys
for
that
some
drink
of the places you
Keystone.
go, you might double your sales.
Oh, you're right. I have an Alabama sticker and a Georgia sticker, just depending on what part of the state I go to. I just slap
What
it
if
on the back.
what if you had wigs in your car?
Show up at somebody's door with like big stunner shades and like a mullet wig?
Like literally, you would show up like Joe Dirt
I would fit in.
with that white trash mustache and beard.
know
My
what
hair
I
just grows that way.
I love everyone equally. I'm not judging anybody.
I'm not judging anybody. Oh, see, Clarence said he'll have a Keystone. Do it, Clarence.
bad.
Bring it
I
on,
haven't
brother.
had a Keystone in a long
Raymond,
time.
good to see you, sir.
The best part was a 15
Zippo!
15 pack was $8.99.
Zippo said mullet rocker in the mid 80s to early 90s. Yes, sir. Respect.
I had a buzz cut with a rat tail that became a mullet.
You know who also had a rat tail?
Who?
The Crow.
Which they're remaking.
No,
Yeah,
that
I
too.
I was really disappointed with that one.
My God, like really? Do we need that?
No.
Is that even necessary anymore? I don't think it's necessary. I'm opposed. Donald Graham says he's finally at home. Time for a car bomb.
Wow, you must live pretty close to the old gym.
Smoking Tech Power said the NASCAR crowd would be buying. I believe it.
Got a workout in, a Schvetz in.
I mean,
now
that's
he's having
not
car bomb.
not a bad place to advertise. Some of the local racetracks.
Oh yeah.
Got that right. D-Man on a roof, says Road King, drinking a Keystone Light, sporting a mullet and goatee, and working on a roof.
That's how I do.
I mean, that's called the American Dream.
That's how I do.
I'm not opposed to it.
Sit out there, my shirt off, my locks out, my Keystone up.
I don't. I mean. Oh wow! Is that what the improbability get?
It knows best.
It
does know
gives
best.
exactly
Does know best.
what you need. That's just how it goes.
Does know best.
Ron Hardcrack is calling out Curmudgeon. He's like, you can borrow his mullet wig. Curmudgeon's got a mullet wig.
He's got a good one.
Which would be hilarious. Doll Hughes. I don't know. Let's see. Actually used to look like the who? Okay. He deleted that.
Well, if I grew out a mullet, my wife would probably divorce me. So
I don't know. You could just say you're trying to fit in with the young baseball crowd. Because all of them
Speaking of, there's
all
a
of
ton.
them
My son
have
plays both of our kids play baseball. So many kids with mullets.
I'm like, who is their hero?
And they have like the good mullet with like the
Cloud
the
Bear, good to
shaves-
see you,
the
sir.
shaved sides with a mullet.
Yes.
Like, who is rocking this?
Like where's their
I was
like
born 40 years too early.
what sports idol is like rocking this hard right now that's making these kids want to do this?
No one. Not that I know of. Oh, yeah, hockey.
Southpaw.
Yeah. I mean, if they liked hockey, that'd be one thing. They all
I
like baseball.
loved hockey. Like when we had the Atlanta Thrashers.
Thrashers games were great.
Oh my God. And they would fight
Yeah.
all the time.
I love Thrasher games.
We went to a Thrashers and Tampa Bay Lightning game.
Yep.
And what I loved was like it's like decorum. Throw it over there. It's like decorum over there on the table.
What are you talking about?
They're sitting right there. Yes, put it right there. But like when I didn't realize that they were a rival team.
Yeah.
A big rivalry. And then I didn't realize, like, it's almost like a dance. There's like decorum to the actual art of fighting.
Yeah.
You have two shoves.
Yeah, you have to.
Both guys simultaneously flick their hands down. Big gloves come off. Both grab a jersey. And then it's boom, boom. And they're just, I mean, it's like in rhythm. And then the refs just do like this semicircle around them like they're just taking bets.
Yeah. They just have to make sure nobody gets hurt and they get all the aggression out. I will say my favorite hockey movie, maybe not the best one.
Don Hughes says baseball pitchers are sporting mullets right now.
Yeah, there's a couple of them.
I guess so.
What was the guy's name? Randy Johnson? Classic
The
mullet.
unit?
Yeah. No, remember the pitcher?
Yeah, he was called the unit.
Yeah. He had a great mullet.
And you know who his mentor was?
No.
Nolan
Was
Ryan.
it Nolan? Yeah.
Because here's the trick: is they both had over a 6-foot stride.
Yeah, they had it big.
So by the time they released,
They were what, 6
they
feet
were
closer
already
to the
6
mound.
feet closer to the plate.
What was Nolan Ryan's big? Was he strikeouts or?
He was fastball. He's the guy that would consistently throw like around
I
101.
thought he had a record that hadn't been broken.
Oh, I don't know about that. He also became a owner of Texas Rangers.
Really?
I think it was the owner or part owner or something like that, or maybe it was the main owner. Donald Hughes probably knows this one.
Hockey movie, Goon. Have you seen it? Great.
I like The Miracle.
Goon is about one of the last great like enforcers in hockey.
Yep.
Before they kind of did away with him. So his only job, couldn't skate, couldn't shoot, didn't matter. He just got out there and just fought. That was his only job. So like if somebody, so back in the day they had enforcers on the team. They weren't good at hockey, but they were good at fighting. So if somebody, if somebody rammed into your star player and knocked him around, then they would let this guy on the ice, and his only job was just go up and fight this guy. And basically beat him up and intimidate him so that
That's
way
for you, Cincy.
so that way they would leave him alone. So he's based off, I forgot the guy's name.
So he just beat people's asses.
Yeah.
I love it.
So basically this guy just started off in the minor leagues and just got a reputation for just being a great fighter. And the movie is great. It's got like Liv Schreiber. It's got Stifler, Sean William Scott.
Okay.
The main character.
Stifler's mom.
Got Jay Baruchel, one of the guys that hangs out with Seth Rogen. Anyways, it was written by him.
Nice.
But based on this guy's fictionalized life. But it's great. It's a great movie.
Matthew says they need to bring back the enforcers. Nolan has 51 records, Donald Hughes says.
Yeah, I thought I knew he had something. It was Cal. I think I was thinking about Cal Ripken, who's got most consecutive.
Oh,
games
Smoke
played.
Kentucky Piper said he has 500,000 plus strikeouts and 300 wins.
Wow.
And 7 no-hitters.
Wow.
Jeez. I mean, but he was a phenom.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
But you know what? That stuff will never be broken because they don't play pitchers like that anymore.
Well, you don't pitch against the same kind of hitters anymore.
too.
Now they're all juiced.
Yeah.
Which
What's
is
his name?
garbage.
Aaron Judge is killing it.
Is he?
The Yankee. He just hit 60, his 60th home run in
Holy
one season.
crap.
So he's tied with like Babe Ruth and some of the other like greats.
Which is not true. And I don't accept it because it doesn't account for inflation.
What number of games played?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't like
No, true.
You're,
I mean,
you're
yeah,
not
but
you're
that's
not even
how
close.
records work. I mean,
You're not even close. But Babe Ruth will always and forever hold the single one record, which is calling a shot.
but nobody's ever going to forget about Babe Ruth.
But nobody's ever going to call their shot. There's like, if there's only one thing that Babe Ruth is ever known for, that's the only thing he needs.
Yeah.
Because that is absolutely the otherworldly, like, I mean, that's one of the like miracles of the game that nobody's going to replicate.
It can never be replicated.
Oh, a Judge's rookie card Robert has. It's nice.
I didn't know much about him, to be honest. I mean, I don't follow the Yankees because they're not my team. So
I mean, I got a bunch of
I
older
just know
rookie
he's-
cards from the 90s.
I got a bunch of.
Like,
I got the Bo Jackson
I got-
card. where he's
I got that
the-
one.
The shoulder, the football pads on with
Yep.
the bat.
And I've also got the Deion Sanders card
I
where
think
he's
I've got
got
Ken
the
Griffey.
duplicate where he's on the base
Yeah.
running and he's got
Yeah.
the football.
I think I've got a Ken Griffey Jr. Rookie.
I
card
have
somewhere.
the Upper Deck Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card, 1991.
Yep.
I believe that was, which by the way, greatest swing ever in baseball, Ken Griffey Jr.
Oh yeah, amazing. Swing.
The most beautiful swing.
Amazing swing.
And I loved it because you got one chance to see it in a cinematic footage, and that's when he played in that one movie, and I can't remember what it is, but wasn't the kid that was pitching, was it? There was some movie, whatever movie it was that Ken Griffey Jr. was in, and they got him at every amazing angle, and then they get him just at a slight side shot, just slightly behind, and he just jacks it directly for the camera, and I'm like, there's no CG here.
Yeah.
He just crushed it, and his swing is beautiful, and he sees it, and he just trots on.
That dude was a killer player. What
If
was
his
that?
knees hadn't went bad,
Oh, fastest pitch. That's funny. Did I tell you about my kid meeting?
the Robin Ventura beatdown.
Did I tell you about my kid meeting the Braves player?
89 Upper Deck. I got that one, Robert. Thank you. Huh?
So, John, my son John, was in a baseball camp, and the whole thing was an ex-Braves player will show up and do a Q&A and sign
Nice.
cards, and it was Mark Waller who
Nice.
pitched the final pitch when we won the World Series. But I didn't realize that he had the if I'm not mistaken, he had the record for the fastest pitch for a little while.
Oh, really?
It's like 103.
I'm
So the best part about it was, of course, he's older than we are. All the kids are, 9 and 10, 8 years old.
Yep.
So they're asked. The Q&A was funny. One kid goes, how many hits did you get? Or no, he said, what was your batting average? And he said, I don't know. He said, I had 4 at-bats. And he said, I got 1 hit.
well, then it's 250.
So he goes, so whatever that is. He goes, but they didn't pay me to hit. He goes, they just paid me to throw the ball.
Yeah.
It was funny. But he was good. I mean, he took pictures, he signed hats. My kid has a signed baseball card and a signed hat from Mark Waller.
Nice. It still pisses me off how the agent for what's his name, Freddie Freeman, screwed him.
I know.
That's such garbage.
I think he totally would have stayed a Brave.
He would have stayed 100%. I mean, the Braves was his team.
I don't blame him. I mean, I know like LA was his hometown and whatever.
He loved the Braves.
He would have stayed a Brave.
He would have stayed a Brave all day long.
My son cried when he left. That was his hero.
That's a tough one. He was a good, especially because he was
kind
of
our like John Smoltz.
Well, he was kind of, but I mean, he was kind of our replacement for Chipper too, in a way.
I say he was like our Chipper. Yeah, like,
like
our age, that was Chipper.
That was his mentor.
Yeah,
was Chipper. I mean, that's who helped him with batting and hitting and everything. I mean, I teach my son the whole thing about the plane and it, like, I mean, I do the same one. Robert's like, dang it, you had to bring up Freddie. I mean, he's
I know, it broke my heart, man.
Here. One of the greats. I've got to pour mine.
Okay.
I got to put some in so I can pour mine. You selfish son of a...
Well, I was going to pour it first because it was closest to me. But, yeah, Freddie leaving was a bummer. But,
I mean,
I still love... I like old Matt Olson that's on there now.
Well, then you got that one dude that's pitching that has the crazy windup that sucks.
What is it?
I forget his name, but he's like this real big black dude that's like got this crazy really like unorthodox way of pitching.
Yeah.
And I mean he flat out lost the game that I was watching. I mean he just walked and hit a guy and then walked.
I'm glad we got Jesse Chavez back.
I don't know any of the other names.
I looked him up. He's the most traded player in like baseball history.
Oh yeah?
He gets traded like twice a season.
Wow. I mean, it's
not a bad thing.
Is it because he's any good or because he sucks?
No, because he's good.
Hmm.
Like people use him, and then when they don't need him, they just trade him.
Gotcha.
I think he's been on the Braves like 4 times now.
I mean, I like watching the game. It's just sometimes it runs a little slow for me.
What, baseball?
Yeah.
Well, they're trying to speed it up, right?
Well, they can't with instant replay.
Well, but no, they're doing. I guess they tested it in the minor leagues, a pitching clock. So there's no like, I don't know, 15 seconds or whatever per pitch, but like you can't just screw around and wait, and once it starts, you have 10 or 15 seconds to actually get the ball to the plate.
See, I don't think that's smart.
Well, it shaved off 15 minutes a game in minor leagues.
Right.
So,
but
it is what it is. Well, they're just trying.
I mean, pitching is the most complex portion of baseball.
I agree.
Cheers.
I don't know if it's the right thing to do, but they're trying it. I don't like the designated hitter rule.
Well, you got designated hitter, designated running. Since he wants to know what we're drinking, trying to finish off. Well, we had a lot more of this, but we're trying to finish off the Ezra Brooks 99. It's just trying to kill some bottles out of my collection that I'm not the biggest fan of.
All right, so.
But yeah.
Can we move along?
Well, we are going to run on to the D scale is what I think we're going to do.
Already?
Well, I mean, it's almost 10 o'clock.
Oh.
I don't know why it's already.
So am I allowed to do something a little bit different today?
We don't really do audibles.
I was going
all the way through the show. You were here.
This is an audible.
You were here a couple hours earlier.
This is an audible.
And you could have ran this by me.
No. Nope. There was no.
Okay. Feel free.
Right,
Go for it.
All right. My buttons don't work. Okay, so.
Your audio's off.
What do you mean it's off?
Your song.
I turned it off.
Oh, you turned. I
Yeah.
understood.
I thought it might
This
be a little
this
bit
was
annoying.
something different.
I
You
thought
decided
yeah,
to just
it's a little bit
crap
different.
on the
So
theme music I gave you.
I was on vacation for a week. Before I left for a vacation, I had a very busy week, so I didn't really, I'll be honest with you, there wasn't a lot of new stuff out. I'm kind of in the middle of a book, so I didn't want to talk about it quite yet. But I had an experience, and this is going to sound corny, but it really struck me.
Oh, it struck you all right.
Struck me all right.
and hit the sound off button.
Oh, I got to hit. There we go. That's what it was. So, every now and then, I watch a lot of movies. I'm a very big movie buff. Martin knows this about me. You guys probably know this about me by now. But I love movies. And every now and then you watch a movie and there's somebody in the movie that just stands out, just makes your skin kind of crawl, or in a good way or a bad way. You know what I'm saying? Where you just, something just really sets it apart.
Mm-hmm.
So I watched a couple of movies over the break. And one of them really stood out. And then it was one of those ones where the movie probably wasn't the best movie that I've ever seen, but the performance that the main actor gave was so good that I drive a lot for my job. I'm in the car all day. So when I'm just driving around, the radio's off, and I play back in my head what I've seen, what I've done, who I've talked to. And this just kept coming back to me because it was so good. And it was actually a movie that I had seen a couple of years ago, I think. Maybe longer than that. And it was good, but I rewatched it, and it really stood out. So I wrote down some examples real quick before the show of people that had just had this awesome persona in a character that really just blew my mind, just to try to set up this person I'm talking about. So Martin, you can chime in if you've heard of these. Anton Chigurh by he was in No Country for Old Men, played by Javier Bardem, the bad guy.
Oh yes, yep.
Right, with the coin flip.
Yep.
Right. So that character, amazing. Clarice, Jodie Foster. You know, everybody says Anthony Hopkins.
Clarice.
Anthony Hopkins is in that movie for like 5 minutes, but Jodie Foster's in that movie forever. She kills it. Like, she just. If I think of Jodie Foster, I think of Clarice.
Absolutely.
Verbal Kint, Kevin Spacey.
Okay.
Usual Suspects.
Which great movie.
Great movie.
Because it was what was his name? Isn't that the one where he's the cripple?
Yeah.
Giving it, but the guy's name that they keep talking about, Kaiser Soze.
Yeah. So, spoiler alert.
Kaiser
alert
Soze?
for a 30-year-old movie. You know, he plays 2 roles, and it's a character that just gets under your skin, and he's just amazing. Jason Bourne.
Oh,
Matt
yeah.
Damon, right? He just takes. I've watched the Jason Bourne movies probably 10 times each. Daniel Day-Lewis in There Will Be Blood, where he plays the old oil.
I haven't seen
baron.
That. I haven't seen that one.
Amazing movie.
You should do a whole segment of naming movies I haven't seen,
I will.
which would probably be any of them after 19.
You know this one, The Joker.
Yep.
Heath Ledger.
Yep.
Right? Probably one of the best performances
Was
ever.
he better than Jack Nicholson?
Yes. Jack Nicholson was a good comic book Joker.
Mm-hmm.
Heath Ledger was a good Joker.
Right.
Does that
Heath
make
Ledger
sense?
was a good.
Like, Jack Nicholson's like from the 80s, he was a good Joker.
Mm-hmm.
Heath Ledger was a good modern Joker. Don Corleone, Marlon Brando.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Apocalypse Now, Marlon Brando. Just weird, creepy characters that get in your mind. So, the movie that I watched was a movie by Christian Bale. So, Batman.
Okay.
The
Dark Knight.
Christian Bale, Dark Knight. And this is a guy that he's older than we are, but not by much. His first movie was that Empire of the Sun in like the 80s when he was a kid. This guy has been probably one of the best actors of our generation. You know, he's not in Tom Hanks's generation, I wouldn't say, but he's our age, maybe a little bit older. But as far as the stuff that he's put out, so you've seen Batman, The Dark Knight.
Yep.
You ever seen The Machinist?
I have
one of
not.
his lesson only. So that was the movie that he did before Batman, and I think he weighed about 90 pounds. He lost so much weight that he looked emaciated. It was almost like CG. He was so skinny. You can see his ribs.
Oh.
He played somebody that was like an insomniac and couldn't sleep, and he had like all these. It was a very odd movie, but his commitment to the role, where he would just lose all this weight and just look insane, and then after that, he did Batman, where he gained 90 pounds of muscle. So that's, kind of his level of involvement.
Didn't Matthew? All right.
McConaughey.
Yes. Didn't he play a series with Woody Harrelson?
Oh yeah,
or Woody
True
Allen?
Detective.
Yeah, and he was emaciated.
Yeah, he was super skinny in that.
And that as
Woody
well.
Harrelson. Matthew McConaughey is another one that does stuff like that. That's another great one. American Psycho with Christian Bale.
Oh my gosh!
Right. So one of the two movies that I saw when I was on break, and this isn't the one that stuck with me, but it was amazing. Not the movies per se, but it was the new Thor movie, Love and Thunder.
Yep.
So Christian Bale played Gore, who is the God Killer.
Nice.
He was a villain of Thor's, who basically was a worshiper of some god on some random planet, and everybody died. He was the last one left, and so he found this god like Thor. Not a uppercase G, a lowercase G.
Right.
The guy basically blew him off and said, "Well, there'll be more followers." He got a sword and killed this god, and then said his entire mission in life was to kill every god in the Marvel universe.
Nice.
So, the movie was like a 6 or a 7.
Yeah.
Christian Bale's performance was like a 10. I feel like he was just acting in a totally different movie than what came out. He had an insane makeup. He looked crazy. He acted crazy. He was just on a whole nother level. But the movie that really stuck with me, and I don't care what political spectrum you're on, you can take it one way or the other, is Vice. Have you ever seen Vice? So Vice is Adam McKay, who is the guy that did The Big Short.
Okay.
Have you seen that? And he also did Step Brothers and those kind of movies. But Vice is about Don Chaney and his rise from, getting kicked out of Yale to becoming the vice president. And Christian Bale gave the best performance I've seen in years in that movie as Don Chaney. Like his makeup, just the way he acted. Because you and I grew up in the Gulf War.
That's right.
George Bush, Cheney era. So I'm very familiar with like what he looked like, what he
Thank you,
sounded
New York
like.
Times.
What's that?
Thank you, New York Times or New York Post, whoever did that.
But-
WMDs.
But his performance, I can't even describe how good he was in that movie. Like just his mannerisms, the way he acted, the way he looked.
Yep.
It was like, I still think about it. Just driving over here when I was thinking about what I was going to do tonight. Like I just couldn't.
Because you were so prepared.
I was so prepared. No, but I watched this movie probably 2 weeks ago. And like I said, I've seen it years ago when it first came out. And I've watched it again since then, a couple weeks ago. And I still think about it as I drive around. Just his performance is so good. If I could just take that movie and just cut everything out except for Christian Bale, I would just watch it over and over again. He's just so good, and it just, I don't know, stays with you
That's
as
right.
an actor. So there's some people that just, are so good at what they do.
Dick
that it just
Cheney.
blows my mind. Did I say Don Chaney?
You
Dick
said
Cheney.
Don Chaney.
I did.
We got also a couple of recommendations from the chat on this. Smoking Kentucky Piper says, watch the fan film from Batman Dead End, and Andrew Koenig was a great comic book Joker.
It's good.
So that one.
I saw Denzel Washington, Man on Fire.
Yep. The Machinist was
yep.
The Machinist was excellent. Let's see, Feed a Stray Cat. I haven't heard of that one. Matthew McConaughey, Christian Bale, Rain of Fire. Yeah.
Yeah, Man on
Wasn't
Fire.
wasn't it was
Rain of
Christian
Fire.
was Christian Bale in was it The Magician?
Yeah, he was in one of those. He was in The Prestige.
The Prestige. That
Yeah,
was
another good one.
That was a very
So
fascinating
like
movie.
this isn't to say that I think
Ford versus Ferrari.
Yeah, Ford. Yeah, it was great in that. I don't think that Vice is the best movie ever made. But if you put your politics aside and just go in it for the Christian Bale performance, it's probably one of the best performances I've seen in years. He's just so good as Dick Cheney.
So let's throw a little ringer out there for what everybody thinks. Who name your favorite villain and favorite villain out of which movie?
Okay.
So chat, I want to see who your favorite villain for a specific movie. I will go right off the bat with one of my absolute favorite villains out of a movie is Kevin Spacey in the movie Seven.
Oh wow. So that's another one. Kevin Spacey as John Doe in Seven. And that one, Brad Pitt as the main character was a good one.
And Morgan Freeman.
As his, but John Doe was probably the standout performance in that one.
It was, now that we know how crazy he is, that fit him perfectly.
I can't think of the name of it now, but did you watch the Netflix show with Kevin Spacey where he's the president?
House of Cards. That one's actually
did you watch that?
Pretty good too. Yep.
That's a great villain.
Let's see. We've got Feed a Stray Cat was about the ATM said to Patrick Bateman in American Psycho. Let's see. Gerard Butler in Law Abiding Citizen. I like that one. Johnny Ringo in Tombstone. That's a good one. Usual Suspects. James Stumbo. Kevin Spacey. Good to see you, James. Johnny Ringo. We got another one. Frank Langella as Boris Balkan in The Ninth Gate. That was really that's a Johnny Depp movie that I have no problems rewatching over and over again.
Yeah, I watched that one again.
That one's super creepy. Django, Leonardo and Django. Rodman and Demolition Man.
Yeah, Rodman.
That was a good one.
Bambi. Yeah, he's definitely the villain.
Bambi. Have you seen a movie called Runaway, Derek? Stars Tom Selleck and the bad guy is Gene Simmons from Kiss. Excellent movie.
Not seen that one.
You hate
Might
his
have to put
guts.
it on the list though.
Sorry, Snipes. Bambi was great. I'm trying to think if there's any other specific villains that I just absolutely hated. And again, I don't want to get into. To me, a great villain a great villain to me is like what Kevin Spacey's John Doe was in Seven, because and the other one that I would say that it was also a great villain was Kiefer Sutherland in Phone Booth.
That's a good one.
Because I like Kiefer Sutherland all day long, but it just hit me so hard. Like it's just like such a very fascinating idea. And a different twist to it. Dolph Lundgren and Rocky IV, great. That's a good one.
Ivan
Snipes was Demolition Man. That's correct. Yes, which was a good one. Let's see. And I guess these would.
Smith.
I guess it was mostly involve those, but like somebody also mentioned Along Came a Spider.
Yeah, that's a good one.
What was the one with Angelina Jolie and Denzel? Was that Along Came a Spider?
That was Ashley Judd.
Yes, that guy was an excellent villain. I think another, and I think they ruined villains when they came up with movies like Saw and things like that. I think those absolutely ruined.
The best villains are always the ones that are a little bit conflicted. Like I think Tyrion Lannister is a great villain.
Yep.
From Game of Thrones, because he's not an antagonist, but he's not a protagonist. But he drives the plot along. And he's after his own interests. So those are always the best ones. Like John Doe,
the Bone Collector. Thank you, Smoker Take Piper.
Like
John Doe too.
John Doe was obviously a bad guy.
I mean, think about Denzel and
he had his own.
Think about Denzel when he's like part of the narc group with what's his name?
King Kong
from the Purge.
Oh yeah.
what was the main guy in the Purge?
I've never seen the Purge movie.
Oh God, what was his name? Anyways, it's the movie where Denzel Washington, like they're a narc group and they get the recruit in.
You're talking about Training Day.
Oh, is that Training Day?
Training
okay,
Day.
that is
like
Training
King
Day.
Kong ain't got me.
That's exactly right. Yes, thank you, Ganj. That's exactly like
Ethan Hawke.
Thank you. I apologize. I can't.
Is the protagonist of that.
Oh, Clint Eastwood movie where he protects the president.
Oh, that's a good one.
That would be a good one. Another one.
In Line of Fire.
In Line of Fire. Yes. I think another one. God, I just forgot it. I think because there's a lot, and I like the ones that kind of take a back role, like the one in Speed.
Yeah.
Or it like I mean
you're hitting all around the best one.
What are you saying? Are you saying? Oh God, what's the one with Bruce Willis?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Lethal Weapon. No,
Yeah, Hans
not Lethal
Gruber.
Weapon. Not Lethal Weapon. It's
Die Hard.
Die Hard.
Yeah, Hans Gruber.
Yes, that's
One of the
a
best.
superior classic there.
Yeah, one of the best like bad guys.
De Niro. Yeah, I like De Niro. De Niro in or not him, Al Pacino in the movie with. God, I'm just old or
Heat?
something. No, it's Devil's Advocate.
Oh, Devil's Advocate. He's good. So the best movie villain. I'll say it right now. You can say yours.
All right, I'm gonna say
Pick one.
I'm gonna say the number one that I think threw me for a loop.
Okay. Wait, we're talking about just best or?
I'd say overall
Let's
massive
say whatever.
impact
Okay.
was the blonde hero from The Watchmen,
Oh, Ozymandias.
because he's the villain.
Yeah.
He's 100% the villain, and then saves the world.
Yeah. Well, Ozymandias also. Well, while we're on that, he's not my pick, but he has the best line in the book and the movie.
Yeah,
You know what I'm going to say, right?
go ahead.
His line where he goes over his whole plan,
Yep.
and then they perk up, and he's like, "I would never tell you this if it hadn't already happened." He's like, "I'm not dumb enough to tell you my master plan and then not have it enacted." So basically, he wasn't a Bond villain. He did everything he said he was going to do.
Yep.
And did it.
Yep.
And it saved the world, and it killed millions of people,
Yep.
but it saved the world.
And Rorschach still dies at the
And
end because
Rorschach
of principle.
still does. Because Rorschach was, a principled character.
Great character.
Yeah.
But was principled. By the way, also you cannot forget like the superhero antagonists like Lex Luthor in the Superman movie. Still probably one of the best ones with Gene Hackman.
Hackman?
You can't go wrong with Gene Hackman.
My favorite movie villain is Heath Ledger's the Joker.
I can see that.
Because he was chaotic.
Yeah.
He had no ulterior motive.
Nope.
He
Did
just
not
wanted
care.
he just wanted to sow chaos.
Yep.
And it was just a great performance.
Ganj says the new Ursula from the Little Mermaid remake.
Yeah. Who is new Ursula?
It's the comedian lady that's dark haired, kind of chunky. Is it Catherine?
Cat Williams?
No. What is her name? Ganj probably. The pinhead from Hellraiser. That's not. I don't. That's just.
He's a good villain, but he's not the best.
No.
He's like one dimensional.
But I think those villains.
Oh,
I mean,
Mr. Glass is a good one. Damn, there's a lot of ones.
Seven would probably still be my best villain.
Yeah.
Because it was so obscure.
Yeah.
And you didn't know what was going to happen and everything. You knew, and then you started to know what happened. And it was just so. It was so impactful at the time because it was so gory.
Mhm.
Even though it didn't cross all the lines later on that many did, but it was gory.
My favorite, like I said, the Joker's my favorite because you thought he was going to have some kind of, overarching plan, and he didn't.
No.
Heath Ledger just wanted to be insane and so
Just chaos. That's all it was.
And there was no
Antoine Sugar. What is that?
Antoine Chigurh. That's from
Chigurh.
the No Country for Old Men.
Oh,
The
gotcha.
guy with the coin.
Yeah,
He's good.
he is good.
He's good.
There's just a lot. There's a lot of really good ones,
not-
but
and then-
I feel like
like I
it
said-
just goes further and further
like I
back
said,
when we think about them.
And I picked the Christian Bale because that guy has been in bad movies,
Yes.
but he's never been a bad actor. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like the Terminator movie he was in, Salvation, was not a good Terminator movie, but he was good in it. Reign of Fire was objectively not a great movie. I liked it.
I thought the
But he was
Prestige
good
was.
at it.
I thought the Prestige was a good movie.
Prestige is a great movie because it's Christopher Nolan.
I thought that was just. I mean, to
But-
me, I thought it was very well thought out.
But like I said, when he was Dick Cheney.
Dick
Cheney.
Cheney.
If you haven't seen it, you should watch it. It's on one of the streaming services because I've watched it a couple times since then. It is insanely good.
In the words of.
So anyway, there's no rating today. I just wanted to talk about one of my favorite actors. I will finish something. There's some things I've been watching and reading.
Well, you can't rate it because Lord knows you're going to give it a 5 and just blow.
I'm going to
your
watch
load.
Mobius just so I can give it not a 5. Is that okay?
I'm so mad about that.
The bad thing is I'm going to watch it and it's going to be a great movie and I'm going to. So I think it's funny we're talking about Mobius. I think Jared Leto wants to be Christian Bale, and it's just not going to happen.
Not going to happen. You know what else is not going to happen? Yep. Okay. All right. Sorry. We got to do that now? All right.
We can do one.
All right. I got it.
You got one.
No, I get it. I got a couple.
Give me one. Two.
I got it.
How about new?
Okay. I was thinking the same. But no, I'm going to do it now. I feel for Hillary Clinton. The FBI found a server in her in my basement, too. She was from Hooters, I think.
It's kind of like that joke, you know. What did it say? Got the body of a 25-year-old. She's buried in my backyard.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Too soon.
Oh, wow. Nope. Nobody's gonna urinate.
Yep. All right.
We're gonna skip that one. Oh, I forgot. I brought some new ones for later. Or I brought some new ones for now.
Oh, you
actually.
did?
I did. I brought a couple. So if you want me to handle those real quick
Let's
for
do
you.
one. Let's do something.
Let's see. Let's see. Don't feel bad if you couldn't get a girlfriend in high school. Jerry Seinfeld was 39 when he got his.
I think him and Woody Allen on the same.
A little bit, all right.
Wow.
You know what? They, I keep getting older, and they stay the same age. All right, I got a riddle for you. Okay, here's a riddle.
Please, do tell.
Arnold Schwarzenegger has a big one. Thanks,
Okay.
Collins. Arnold Schwarzenegger has a big one. Michael J. Fox has a small one. Madonna doesn't have one. The Pope has one but doesn't use it. Clinton uses his all the time. Mickey Mouse has an unusual one. Like Liberace Liberace never used his on women. Jerry Seinfeld is very, very proud of his. Cher claims that she took on 3. We never saw Lucy use Deceased. What is it?
I don't know.
Anybody name it? Can you name it, chat?
Oh, that's tough.
The answer is a last name. That's a lot of build-up.
That's a lot of build-up. I
for
like
that.
it. I like it.
That's a monumental.
It's good though, though. It's good.
Big countries like personalities.
Oh, wow.
Smoking Kentucky Piper got it. So did Donald Hughes. Dadgummit. Everybody got that one. All right. D-Man, you can grab yours. Let's see. What else was there? What do we have on the docket coming up? Oh, my gosh. While you're doing that here, plug me for on this day. I got
Let's get a couple more facts in here.
A couple facts on this day. Let's see. Word of the day. Are you ready for word of the day?
Yeah, please.
Analemma.
Analemma?
Yep. A-N-A-L-E-M-M-A. It's a noun. Means an egg-shaped or figure-8 curve that results when the sun's position in the sky is plotted out over the year. Okay. Go with that one. Let's see. Some additional famous birthdays. In 1930, Ray Charles was born on this day. Mickey Rooney was born on this day. Julio Iglesias was born on this day. Which is wonderful. The Merchant Royal is lost at sea off Land's End while carrying over 100,000 pounds of gold. This is in 1641. Yes, Dell is a terrible villain. Also on this day, the unification of Saudi Arabia is completed.
Really?
Yep, and I'm giving you time to grab that.
Okay, thanks for
That was why I did that. I don't run the board, so I have to do subliminal messages. I can't just hit a damn bell when you're sick and tired of what I'm saying. The British travel company Thomas Cook Group declares bankruptcy in 2019, which is fascinating. Let's see. Neptune is discovered by astronomers Aubrain Le Verrier and John Couch Adams and Jonathan Gottfried Gale in 1846.
See, we need more astronomy facts.
That's when Neptune was born. Also on this day, Bob Marley plays his final concert with his group, the Wailers, and the Stanley Theater in Pittsburgh.
Wow.
It's fascinating. Let's see. Elvis Presley is posthumously inducted into Nashville's Country Music Hall of Fame. Why can't you just say, like, why do we even need that word?
Dead Elvis Presley.
How does that emphasize anything? Also, Tim McGraw is featured on the cover of TV Guide on this day in 2000.
Well, ain't that special?
Let's see. In these days in sports, let's see if anybody gets these. The first baseball team to play under the modern rules is the Knickerbockers Baseball Club, which is founded in New York?
Okay. Like the New York Knicks.
Thanks, Robert. The first closed-circuit pay TV telecast of a sports event was in 1952 on this day.
Wow. What was it?
I don't know.
Okay.
Also on this day, 1988, Jose Canseco is baseball's first to steal 40 bases and hit 40 home runs.
Wow.
I mean, that's got to be an amazing feat for sure. I mean, I'm good with it.
Jose was a good player.
Jose, until he started roiding up with Mark McGuire. Cheers.
Cheers, buddy. That's probably the most disappointed I am in sports was the whole like steroid.
And the asterisk.
Yeah. I mean,
They need to kick their asterisks out of
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
the freaking record book.
I mean, look, I have no problem. If you want to use steroids, go for it.
Look,
that's
if-
fine. But do not play professional sports against people that do not.
If Babe Ruth can hit as many home runs as he did, smoking these, drinking this, and fornicating beyond belief, then you do not need steroids
Yep.
to hit those home runs. That's just my opinion.
I agree.
That is just my opinion.
I agree.
But let's see. Oh, no, do I have my other sheet? Let's see. Nope. On down. Nope. There it is. There it is. And in the words of Will Ferrell, I'm too drunk to read this script. I'm glad you put me on there. Glad you put me on that
You're
label.
welcome, bud.
I appreciate that. Yes. Again, that time each week. While your 401ks tank, while you're having to get your credit score from your bank, and why you can't buy even a play pistol without Visa, MasterCard, or Discover reporting it to the U.S. government, you can still enjoy the Friday Night Playhouse. Yes, it's that time each week where we bring such amazing works that are just beyond compare to soothe your soul in times of hunger, famish, and just brokenness. And I don't just mean of the soul, but also your wallet.